Hello FIFA faithful, Bearhamms here, and welcome to the 10th installment of my Minnesota United career mode. And before we get into the thick of things, let's talk about the most recent-ish game against Colorado Rapids. When I made that prediction of 1-0 last week, I didn't put into account the fact 3/4 of the backline would be gone for one reason or another. Maybe they could have squeaked out some result with the draw, but it just was not the case. Full disclosure, I did not watch most of the game, and I'm happy that I didn't. From the comments on the interwebs, it was dreadful. There will be no top 3, bottom 3 this week because I didn't watch, as stated before, and I'd also just like to chalk up the game and the season to this. Unavailability is killing this team right now, as there are a plethora of reasons as to why the team has never been full strength all year. Either it's Euros, or acquiring visas, or the Olympics, or injuries. I've come to the realization this team will never be full strength, and the team might hit a rough patch moving forward. I wouldn't be surprised if a 2 to 4 game losing streak, especially against teams like Seattle and Portland and a couple others coming up. In the long term, I hope Balloons add players that are not hindered with international duty or nagging injuries. I love Gregush, Lud, and Metnair, but it's almost a disservice to them having to taxi back and forth for club and country, especially when the schedules they overlap. It's really difficult for them just to move back and forth, as opposed to like with the European scheduling where they have time committed to country. That's just not the case here, which kind of stinks. The best strategy moving forward is buying players from bigger countries like they've done with the Argentines, Abila, Reynoso, as well as Fragapane, and Adrien Hunou with France. With this, they'll at least be geographically there and not have to struggle again with the coexisting overlapping schedules. The only reason I say this is because the Loons are losing key points early they might not be able to reclaim at the season's end. With that said, let's just get into gameplay. For today's episode, we will be playing not 1, but 2. So we'll start out again against Orlando City away at Exploria Stadium, I do believe that's called, and then we have a game at home against Real Salt Lake. The reason I'm doing this is I have fallen a little behind on the games. There have been 13 match weeks so far, and I only have 10 games played, so I'll try to do some catching up in the next couple episodes. First of 2 games this episode, we travel to Orlando to take on the Lions. Some big news coming out of Orlando. They signed a new center back from Boca Juniors in Emmanuel Moss. I have to say that is a fantastic signing for Orlando, as they just keep building and building, and they might have themselves quite the dynasty in the future if all things go to plan. We'll find Finlay, who I have starting on the left side. So fling that through to Hunou. Hunou able to keep it. Hunou with a chance, maybe? We'll pass it through. Tries to curl it. Good play by Finlay, but will be pushed aside for a corner. So I know some of you guys must have seen the new additions to FIFA 22. Create a club. I am beyond enthused about this news because there are a couple teams that I want to bring into FIFA. There's an interesting play by Reynoso, who does take a shot and almost goes in, as it does take a deflection. There is one team in particular I do want to use next year with Create a Club. It is a team in the Midwest. There's a good header, though, just wide by Hunou. And I would like to bring them to the MLS just to see how they would fare. I have a couple ideas too. I would like to bring my pro clubs team, make them a real team in England. That'd be a fun little story. There's just the possibilities are endless with this Creative Club. And along with some other things, I can't wait for FIFA 22. If some of you have not been following the channel, I've been kind of using this as like a sabbatical year. I haven't really done as many saves as I have done in the past. I tried doing 2 to start, but I kind of just ran out of energy just because I was in the process of moving, along with when you do move to a new place, especially when you're moving with a friend, it's particularly hard to get time in to record. So it just a lot of figuring out, but I like what's going on right now, just getting myself back into it. So once FIFA 22 comes along, I'll be primed and ready to go. Now maybe a chance here. They're going to give us the added time. Hunou's making that run. Hunou is through. Good pass by Finlay. He's got a chance to curl it. Shoots it. Scores. Great way to end the half. Great counter play. All started from that Dabasi deflection. As Gasper finds Finlay. Finlay finds Hunou. And it is the Frenchman who gives us the lead. Oh, good through ball. Straight to Trap. Trap's going to make it too. Right at the hour mark. Great sequence of passing on that right side between Lud, Reynoso, and Trap. So we do indeed get the goal. But we'll find Orlando once again. There's a shot from distance. Nice shot by Urso just outside the box. Halves the deficit here in Orlando. Oh, wide open is Lud. Chance to get this 2-goal lead again. He's going to pass it. Be unselfish. Finds Reynoso. And with a minute left in regulation, we do indeed secure the victory. 3-1. Slightly rotated side for the second game as we have Abila up top with Gregush Alonso as our CDM pair. As we do take on Real Salt Lake at Allianz Field. There we go. Good passing. Metnair out wide. Has some options. But Toa is getting in his way. Little 1-2 action with him and Wood. Another pass. Metnair does have a man open, and Abila with a header. But that one is off target. A chance for across the net, but it will be cleared out. It's already a hectic first 15 minutes here at Allianz Field. Again, I want to call it Allianz Arena due to the stadium of Bayern Munich. There's a pass out wide to Miram. The Iranian international will get past Metnair. A chance for Real Salt Lake here. Okay. All right, we'll take that as a tackle. I thought for a second that was going to be a penalty. A lot of options to pass as Krylock. Out wide to Miram. Miram does get a boot to it. Able to get a clear off of it, too, with one touch, and that will be a goal. Good gravy. What a superlative pass by Justin Miram to find the winger on the other end. I am utterly gobsmacked there as just on one touch, able to float it in. Perhaps Gasper just wasn't marking his man right. Easy goal. Pass Miller. 1-0 Real Salt Lake. Chance now Herrera out wide. Centers that through to Ramirez. Ramirez gets it taken away by Dabasi. Great play. Oh, but it's going to fall straight back. Man is onside because of where Dabasi was. That's going to be the second goal just before halftime. Ramirez with the brace. Looks like they're just going to kill time here as has gone over the allotted 1 minute of added time. They're applying pressure. There's a shot. Good block by Dabasi. Back to him it goes. Dabasi hounding Rushnak. Rushnak still getting hassled. Able to walk his way out of that one. There's another shot. A chance for a goal. Look how much time there is. That is ridiculous. 51 minutes to just one. Like, granted, they gave him the opportunity, but they kind of took forever.
What can they do from here?
Oh, there we go. Okay, we got something back here. Great play by Hunou to find Reynoso. So you do have a little more than a half hour left to possibly get the tie. It's now Finlay trying to open things up here. Gregush does see the run by Lud. Lud. Hunou. Back to Lud it goes. Lud taps that through Reynoso. All right, there we go. 2 goals in quick succession. We're making this one an interesting game. It's Reynoso with the brace. I love the dynamic passing between Hunou and Lud. Able to get a nice run from Reynoso. Good tackle by Alonso. So maybe another chance here on the counter. Oh, here's some openings here. Hunou's just going to take it himself because he has the opening. Takes the shot, and oh, it's a goal! We have tied it up in the span of just 10 minutes. We have cranked out 3 goals. 1 by Hunou, 2 by Reynoso. David Ochoa, or I should call him David Ochoka. Hopefully that nickname will stick. So we got ourselves back in the game. Possibly we might win this sucker. There you go. Once again, that 1-2 passing between Wood and Hunou has been electric this half. So another taparoo. Oh, through ball. Reynoso, yes! He gets the Hattie. RSL are despondent, writhing on the floor in pain as Emmanuel Reynoso, Bebelo, the former Boca Juniors player, able to get his Hattie. And we have the lead. Keeper boots it, and that will do it. What a sensational game by the Loons, and Emmanuel Reynoso gets himself his hat trick, probably his first hat trick into the save and in his Minnesota United career. So we do stave off Real Salt Lake at home. We get another 3 points. For now, the standings are fantastic. Minnesota United in first place with 9 wins and a draw. Great goal differential and 28 points on the trot. Perfect way to end the episode with those 2 victories, especially that come from behind victory. And before we go, we will talk about the next match against Seattle Sounders. I don't think this is going to be a pretty one this Sunday afternoon on ESPN. I think Seattle is just going to demolish the Loons, especially with the back line has been dismantled due to injury, as well as other tidbits. And I think it's going to be another, 3-1. 3-1 Sounders. Yeah, it's not going to be good. Anyway, on that down note, it is time to end. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as you're playing it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you for episode 11. This has been Bearhamms, and as always, toodaloo.